gained a little lockdown weight. My face is really fat. Every time I sit down to record, I'm like, I'm not gonna mention how I look, like it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh, why does my face look like this? I'm also using a new camera lens that Jack got me for my birthday, which is very fancy. I don't even know if it's in focus because I'm so far away from the viewfinder. I have 3 lenses, well 4, but I haven't had a new one in 6 years. So hello. I'm gonna be doing this a lot because I love this cardigan, but it's so blimmin' big. It's very cozy. It's my favourite colour, which is mustard yellow. Hello everybody, today is, well, hello everybody, today is Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. I do kind of have an excuse. Every day is blurring into one another. Like, it's either work, eat, Netflix, sleep, or no work, eat, Netflix, sleep. Like the occasional walk or trip to Home Bargains or Tesco or Sainsbury's or Asda. Doesn't matter what I look like. It does not matter what I look like. Does anyone else absolutely love filming and taking photos but just hates the way they look? Okay. Lockdown 2 was like a bit of a pathetic attempt at a lockdown, but lockdown 3, come on focus. Lockdown 3 is definitely more like the first lockdown, except I'm not on furlough, I'm not sitting at home watching 90 Day Fiancé and Tiger King every day. I am now an essential worker. I work at Co-op, so it is only a temporary job. It was a Christmas temp contract, which means it ends at the end of February. I'm really hoping that they keep me on, otherwise I'm out of a job. It's a bit all over the place, the video, can you tell? Hello everybody, today is Wednesday the 27th of January, 2021. I haven't done a video in a little over a month since Christmas Eve, which I got into big trouble for. So as you know, I live in Jack's parents' house, which I am very, very grateful for, and I don't want to ever come across that I am not grateful, because if I was living out, especially in the pandemic, this would be 100 times more stressful than it actually is, so I'm very, very grateful. However, I think I mentioned before that I was no longer allowed to film in the house, but I asked permission to film in the house for Christmas Eve. I've been granted privileges to film in the kitchen because it's Christmas. I've been told I can do a little bit of filming around the house because it's Christmas, hence the Christmas Eve video. However, that video was then found by Jack's family, and apparently the conversation where I asked for permission never happened, and so I got into very big trouble for filming. I felt a bit like a child, to be honest, but I appreciate it's their house, but I did ask permission. I'm no longer allowed to film anywhere in the house at all, so I filmed nothing for my 30th birthday. I have filmed nothing to add into this video as like little extra bits, so I'm only allowed to film in here, which is fine. I understand that. It's not my house, so I have nothing to show you. We're in lockdown 3 in England. We were in tier 3 and then they made tier 4. We just decided to make up a tier because we were doing really bad for COVID cases where I live in Kent. We were in tier 4 and then it was like, oh wait, national lockdown. I think this is now the 4th week and we still have 3 weeks to go until Boris makes his little speech. Supposedly we could be in lockdown until after the Good Friday weekend, which means we've come full circle since we were in lockdown last Easter, and it feels like we haven't made any progress. But then I guess we have, because they are rolling out the vaccine. My nan is finally getting the vaccine on Friday, so I'm so happy. Last Easter we did an Easter egg hunt in the garden and we did the lock-in pub because it was the first month that all the pubs closed and it was like this new novelty, and we were watching Tiger King, and it's weird to come full circle and be like, oh, we're still in lockdown, the economy is crashing, pubs and restaurants and entertainment venues and leisure have all been closed for what, the best part of like 10 months? But there was something on Twitter, can't get over it, 100,000 UK citizens dead and Boris Johnson thinks that's the best he could do. But the thing is, in my opinion, BJ did do his best. His best was just tragically inadequate. Enough about lockdown, because I think it's a bit of cabin fever now. Like, even though I'm out working, I'm sick of doing the same thing. And I know this is the same for everyone, but I think people's mental health is really starting to take the brunt force of this now because there is no outlet. You can only do so many face masks and walks and binge Netflix and listen to music and knit. You can only do so much before you need another outlet. So I said on Instagram yesterday, follow me on Instagram, link in the description. If anyone needs a chat, my inbox is always open. We're all in the same situation. We're all in this together. We're all in this together. Wildcats everywhere. That was really cringily cheesy, so just pretend that I didn't say that. But we are all in the same boat. We are all in this together. Everyone is going through lockdown in the same way, pretty much. Yeah, okay. It's weird because the first lockdown I was just on furlough, and now I'm classed as an essential worker because I work at Co-op and we sell petrol and food. 2 things that people are always going to need regardless of whether the country is locked down or not. It's just that I'm on a temporary contract, otherwise I'd have a shoe-in this job. But just fingers crossed that they keep me on, because Universal Credit is absolute pants, because they gave me and Jack 60 quid last month, the both of us, not even each, 60 quid for us to live on. Like, it's just normal to just drink on any day of the week now. And all the like, even though I'm at work, it's just that there is no days of the week. It's either a day that I'm working or a day that I'm not working. There isn't like, oh, it's the weekend, oh, it's Monday. all of the days blur together and you can drink any day and it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter.
Oh, why the fuck did I do that?
You could literally drink whenever. My eyes are watering. I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm 30, did you know? I just did a shot of vodka. Why not? Because it's lockdown and it's my day off and it's acceptable. It's dangerously acceptable. I'm just gonna put that over there. I think me and Jack have watched almost everything on Amazon Prime and Netflix, like every horror for sure, every thriller. My knitting project from when this is the first thing that I've ever knitted and it was my lockdown 2 project. This is shit. Like, this is absolutely shit. This was meant to be a scarf and then it was meant to be a blanket and then I was like, it's neither of those things. I made a little shawl, like a little poncho shawl. I was adamant that I wanted to learn how to knit in lockdown, so lockdown 2, this is what I did. So I can now do the knit stitch and I'm teaching myself the rib stitch. So I'm really quite proud of that. I now love buying yarn and knitting. I've been teaching myself how to do the rib stitch, my first attempt. Not actually that bad. My tension is all over the place and I somehow add stitches. I have been obsessed with these twist headbands. I love these. So I decided my next project was to knit myself a headband. So I'm not too far off. This is my first lockdown 3 project. This yarn is beautiful. Look at this. So nice. This is from a company called We Are Knitters. I love it. It's so soft. If you're looking for something to do, just try knitting. There's also a company called Stitch and Story, a really cheap but good quality yarn. So Stitch and Story, if you're interested in starting to knit, they still have loads and they have really nice colours. I'm very slow at picking up like arts and craftsy things. That's why I can't build flat pack furniture. Oh, that's another place that I could go. IKEA is still open. I could make an essential trip to IKEA. I have become a plant lady since you last saw me. Now, I've always liked plants, but I have always killed plants. Even cacti. That's weird saying cacti. Cactuses. I know it's cacti. Is it cacti? Look at my plant collection. I'm just going to add in a clip here. I've become a bit of a plant lady. If I had my own house, they would be in the bathroom, they would be everywhere. I've managed to keep these plants alive for about a month, so I'm doing so well. I've probably just jinxed it now and they're gonna die. I never used to realise that you shouldn't water the centre of the plant because it rots the root, so I'm hoping I can keep them alive. So my new passions in life are plants and knitting. I'm old. Speaking of getting old, I turned the big 3-0 since I've last spoken to you. I haven't got any footage to show you, I don't think, except maybe my cake. Oh no!
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Sarah! Happy birthday to you!
Obviously I had a lockdown birthday, so I couldn't do anything. We got a Chinese and then the day after we made a homemade Nando's. Jack got me my new lens and Jack's parents got me a photography course in Brighton. So when this is all over, I can go to Brighton and have a day photography course, which is really cool. I've never been like into photography, like I can take photos, but I think this would be really interesting, especially with my new fancy smancy lens. I've got that to look forward to. I love having things to look forward to. At the moment, there isn't really much, but always remember that it could be worse. Can't take my own advice most of the time, so I'm not going to pretend that I'm all happy sappy all the time because I'm not. This is the Harry Potter crochet kit that I got. I think it's a knit or crochet kit. Crochet Harry Potter, or you can knit Dobby. If we're still in lockdown till like March or whenever, I'll be doing this. I've always failed as an English person because I've never liked tea. I never used to like coffee until about a year ago, and now I love coffee. But I now drink tea. I have discovered biscuit tea, which tastes like it has a digestive dunked in it the whole time you're drinking it. Also, and toast and jam tea, which, you know, obviously tastes like toast and jam. Oh good lord, they're so good. These are from Asda. Here are some book recommendations for you. I don't know if you know this about me, but I love Shirley Temple. So this is something that I got over Christmas. This is an original Shirley Temple annual. It's in pretty good nick, to be honest. So the first book that I read, The Little Girl Who Fought the Great Depression, Shirley Temple and 1930s America. If you don't like Shirley Temple, then don't read it. I watched the Netflix series first and then I read The Queen's Gambit. I think it's got a bit too much chess in it for me. Like, I know it's about chess. When it just explains all the moves and everything, I got a little bit bored. But the actual, like, I did like it, but I think I prefer the TV series. This one I have just ordered, but I've heard nothing but good things about The Midnight Library by Matt Haig. For some reason it made me think of Doctor Who because of Silence in the Library. It's absolutely nothing to do with that. If you had the chance to undo all your regrets, what would you do differently? So this is going to be my next read. In 5 Years by Rebecca Searle. If you like a love story, I would recommend this. I ordered this from Amazon because nowhere is really open to buy books. So if you like love stories, funny, it's a bit of an uplifting something like a light read, I'd recommend this. Again, this one's a bit of like a romantic, uplifting novel. This is The Flip Side by James Bailey. Again, just a nice, uplifting, easy read. Nothing too harsh. That's all I've read. I follow Matt Haig on Twitter. I think he's a very good mental health advocate. Go follow Matt Haig and also read this book. I mean, I don't know if it's good. I'm just telling you to go read it, because I'm sure it is. Sometimes I just think, I'm like, I have accomplished nothing in lockdown, and Taylor Swift wrote 2 fucking albums. Bought Folklore on cassette, even though I don't have a cassette player anymore. I really liked that it was on cassette. I love Evermore over Folklore. Champagne Problems and 'Tis the Damn Season are my faves. I can't believe I didn't show you these. I had an idea for another lockdown project that I really wanted to knit a chunky knit blanket, and for that you either need your arms, or look at the size of these bad boys. Look at these chunky knit needles. Someone made these from scratch in their shed and sold them on Depop. It was only when I was looking on eBay that I realised the wool, for just 1 kilogram of giant chunky knit wool, is about 40 quid. So that's going to be one expensive hobby. I can buy like 1 ball every few months, if that. So yeah, I have chunky needles that I now have no giant chunky yarn for. That was going to be another lockdown project of mine. I start to make a list of things that I wanted to talk about, but then it was so long since I last filmed a video that this is completely all irrelevant now. Oh shit! I forgot to say, Happy New Year, guys. New Year, same old shit. Positive, but still same old shit. Like, people thought that 2021 was gonna be fireworks, woo, 2021, and everything was just gonna disappear, and it actually got worse. But that's okay. I mean, it's not okay. We've had 100,000 deaths in the UK now, so happy 2021. I can't believe I didn't say Happy New Year. To be honest, I completely forgot it was a new year because it doesn't feel like a new year. I think maybe we've just got to accept that we're going to have to wear masks for a good couple of years yet, and not everyone's just going to get the vaccine and it's all going to be wonderful again. It's great that we've got the vaccine, but we just need to be realistic. I just want to go outside again. I just want to go to shops and to London and see a show and eat dinner in a restaurant and go to the cinema. I haven't been to the cinema or out for dinner in almost a year, and I know that's like, oh, woe is me, but little things. We can't leave our postcode area as well unless it's for work. I'm stuck in my postcode area. I just want to go somewhere else. I just think that people's mental health is suffering a little bit. I hope you're all doing good, and I feel like I've said this in so many videos now, but my inbox is open if you want to chat. It's just mental to think that for about just under a year now, my videos have been orientated around lockdown. Lockdown is a funny thing because some days I will get up at 4 AM for work and I'll be really productive, and other days I will stay in my joggers, I will drink wine, eat chocolate, knit and watch The Office. Both of those are okay. I think sometimes where I go wrong is I feel like I have to be productive and I have to do all of these things in order for my day to be worthwhile, even if the only thing you did today was like shower at 5 PM and eat some food. You do you. Try and make sure you have a bit of a balance. Yeah, these are all completely irrelevant now because everyone's probably already watched all of these shows, but I loved The Queen's Gambit. I loved Bridgerton. It was like a period drama gossip girl. So good. Lupin, which is like it's a French detective series, but it's dubbed over. That is really good. It's just too short. Finding Alice, which is on ITV. So I don't know if people in America can watch ITV, but it is a comedy drama. At first I thought it was just really bad acting or a really poorly written script, but it's just they've made an ITV drama and they've tried to make it comedic, but it does really work. The longer you watch it, it's really good. Soul, which is obviously on Disney+. Probably one of my favourite Disney Pixar films. I really enjoyed it. Sightless, which is a film on Netflix. Really good. It's a horror. Not scary. I mean, I don't find any horror films scary, but it's a really decent watch. I loved the twist ending. Superstore, which is on Netflix, which I thought was a new series. It's not. It's just come to Netflix, but it's like 6 years old. That is really good. I would compare it to like The Office. I think it was on Amazon Prime. There is a film called American Mary, which is really fucked up, which if you like fucked up like horror comedy, it's that was really good. This is my hair right now and I'm wearing blue light glasses because I'm about to edit, and I realised that I forgot to mention a TV series on Netflix called Cheat that I really enjoyed. It's a 4-part series. It's like a drama crime. It's really good, so you should go check that out. It's really easy to binge. It's only 4 episodes. So attractive. And I didn't write down everything else that I've watched. I kind of stopped making a list because I was like, at this rate, I'm never going to make a video. I feel like I've had fuck all to talk about, and yet I've been chatting for ages, and that's just kind of how my videos are. Everyone's like, oh, you must like the sound of your own voice. No, actually, I hate myself, but just a quick one. So we're going to talk about mask knit and dry lips. Wearing a mask, wearing a visor, everyone's been suffering with acne. My chin has always been pretty fucking bad. I have like hormonal imbalances, so my chin is always horrible. For some reason, wearing a mask and a visor makes me have really dry lips to the point where like you can peel the skin off. It's awful. I've tried everything in Superdrug on Boots, everything under the sun, until someone recommended me this Dr. Lip Nipple Balm for dry skin, luscious lips and glossy bits. This is the only thing I have tried that in 2 days it worked. Obviously if I stop using it I get dry lips again, but this is brilliant. It's on Amazon if you would like to order it. If it doesn't work for you, you can hold me accountable, but oh my gosh, I have honestly tried every single lip cream there is. This is incredible. It's a bit expensive. It's 12 quid for this bottle, but you get loads. I know it looks deceivingly small. It's very good. Not one product I can be like, yes, that is brilliant for my skin. However, the Inky list, all of my products are in the bathroom. I'm too lazy to go and get them, but someone recommended, I tell you who it was actually, I hate just saying someone, a girl called Ruth. Hi Ruth, if you're watching. She kindly recommended the Inky List products to me. I've started using the Multibiotic Moisturiser, which really smells but it's good, which is like a pH balancing moisturiser, and I've also started using the Salicylic Acid Cleanser, which I do really like, and I use that in conjunction with tea tree oil face wash from Body Shop, and it has helped my skin. But I can't go as far as being like, yeah, I'm completely spot free, because it just doesn't happen for me. I've also been using the Be Barefaced Brightening Mask. Every time I get a spot, it leaves a dark mark for about 2-3 weeks afterwards. This is really good for lightening those, and it just evens out my skin tone. This is the only thing that I found that actually seems to make my skin look different after I've used it. I just feel like I'm 30 years old. I don't want to be struggling with my skin now or when I'm 40. People say that I always mention this, but it just always happens to me. So obviously I started a new job. A lot of people were like, oh, are you just back down from university then for Christmas and you needed a job? And I'm like, no, like I'm 30 next week, so cheers. Knit happens. Also, I don't know if this is happening to anyone else where I have to use sanitizer after every customer. Look at the state of my hands. This is another thing that people don't really talk about, like the skin and my fingernails and everything. It's horrible. I feel like I can't complain though, because when there's NHS workers and people on the front line that are wearing masks for like 16 hours a day and whatever, and there's me like, oh my hands, I'm having to sanitize after every customer for 8 hours. Like, I know it's not in the same league. It still really hurts my hands though. So I have been using this Vaseline Healthy Hands Stronger Nails with Keratin. I haven't really noticed a difference yet, but I'm still using it. Hands look shot. So this is a Vaseline anti-back and moisturiser. I feel like Amazon has become my new best friend at the moment, because I got this from Amazon, 3 for £6, which is so cheap. I've had a few people asking for more like day in the life videos, which I would love to do, but now that I can't film anywhere except my bedroom or outside on my 1 hour of exercise a day, I'm kind of limited to what I can show you, or I'm at work and I can't film at work. Yeah, so I'm kind of limited to what content I can give you, because I'm doing a lot of early shifts where I have to get up at 4 in the morning, or I do a lot of late shifts where I don't get home until 10 at night. Jack's home and we're both sort of confined to this room, so I feel bad if I'm like, oh, I want to film, and then Jack has to go and sit elsewhere. Now that I thought about it, IKEA is open. It's not in the same area code as me, so I feel like I might get in trouble for going to IKEA. It's not essential, but it's essential for my mental health. Does that help? I'm not even being sarcastic. I can't wait till I can go into charity shops again. I'm so excited. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna be putting more stuff on my Depop again, so follow me on Depop. I now have TikTok.
Why, God, why? We had a deal. Let the others grow old, not me.
Follow me on TikTok. I think that's about it. I do still have Tumblr, but does anyone actually use Tumblr anymore? My Tumblr is in the description. Literally everything you need in the description. Like everyone is saying, stay safe, and I will hopefully see you all quite soon. Bye. I didn't realise how much I had missed talking to a camera.